We all know that what we eat makes a big difference. And what our kids eat at school is something we should be focusing on, because unless they have good nutrition, they're not going to do that well. There was a recent article coming out in the Journal of Pediatrics in February of 2013 that showed that small, affordable, very doable changes could make a big difference in what kids decide to consume, because a lot of it's about how it's presented. The USDA at the same time has come up with a policy that they put into effect that says it's going to be mandatory to have more whole grains and also fruits and vegetables in school lunches that at least are offered. You have to wonder why schools, hospitals, and many government organizations don't pay attention to the nutrition that goes into what we're eating. And a lot of it has to do with money. You would think at least the hospitals would know better than to feed food that's not really doing that much good for people because it doesn't have that much nutrition in it. Now, without nutrients, we can't make a lot of the products that we need. You have to look at a cell as a microscopic industrial plant, and its job is to be able to make products that we can use to be able to sustain us. It's much like a car manufacturing plant. If you're short a spark plug or a wire or a tire or some other aspect of what a car needs, it's simply not going to run. Our body is no different. So what we put in it makes a big difference. The study that was done showed that in the Journal of Pediatrics that all they had to do is change the way the food was presented, and it made a huge difference. For example, what they would do is put attractive fruits or attractive vegetables at the end where kids are waiting to pay for their lunches. And they found that with a 3-hour makeover and about $50, they could make those changes that would result in an increase in consumption of fruit by 13% and a consumption of vegetables by 23%. So how important is it to feed just one healthy meal a day? Look at the work that was done by a fellow named Schoenthaler about 30 years ago on prisons and on schools in New York City. And what he found is if they fed just one nutritious meal to students and to convicts, okay, that their rate of violence went down 44%. Studies are also done on feeding fish to people in these settings, and again, they got smarter and were easier to get along with. So it's really important that we look at what we're feeding our kids. And one of the examples I can think of is here in my hometown in Walnut Creek, where the Walnut Creek Wellness City Challenge has been in effect for a number of years now. I would urge you to go to wellnesscitychallenge.com, and you can learn about some of the things that we did. And there are some free videos on the site that will give you some kind of idea of what you can do to bring these videos to your schools and maybe make some changes there. Because what we eat does make a difference.